You know what I'm saying? And you might even incorporate that in your dances. Like you will see, like they got this new dance, right? Called gas pedal. It's called slow down. You know what I'm saying? And they go like this. They go like this. They be like, they be like, you know what I'm saying? Then they be like, all this, right? But basically what they're doing is they're manifesting from their root chakra, dealing with the sex. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the sex. And so right here, this is very important. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, when they dance, like you will see a lot of African people dancing, doing the African dances, but subconsciously they'll be like this. You know what I'm saying? And it gives them more power. When they do this, it gives them more power. They're breaking away. You know what I'm saying? Fighting back. You know what I'm saying? Bringing it back, breaking away, fighting back. You will see all kind of shit subconsciously, but this is how you really do it. So incorporate this in your dance moves when you're dancing, right? When you want to deal with manifestation, when you want to deal with survival, when you want to deal with security, when you want to deal with physical needs. You know what I'm saying? You can come like this and tap into the root chakra and create your energy body. You can go like this, right? Bring it down from right here and use sacred geometry to create your energy body and bring it back. So just come like this, right? Spread your hands around like this and bring it back. Spread your hands like this, bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Spread your hands like this and bring it back using sacred geometry to create that energy, right? Once you create that energy and you bring it back, then what you're going to do is you're creating the energy and you bring it back. Once you bring it back right here, you see a vortex of energy all around you, right? You're going to have all kind of energy. Then you take that energy and you start shaping your energy body. Start shaping your energy body. You know what I'm saying? Then you put like a sphere of energy around you. I did a video called Spirit the Spirit. Put a sphere of energy around you to protect you. You know what I'm saying? That's dealing with your physical needs. If you want like a better body, your body is predicated on what you look like. You ain't gotta go pump heck of iron to look good. It's your body. We shape shift all the time. We just don't know that we shape shift. You know what I'm saying? Because your body begins to you look how you think. That's period. That's just how it is. If you think you look good, you're gonna look good. If you think you look ugly, you're gonna look ugly. You look how you think. Period. We shape shift all the time. We just don't know that we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so if you really want a very nice, fit body, healthy body, go right here because it's dealing with your physical needs. Get that energy going, dealing with sacred geometry. Get that energy going, dealing with sacred geometry. And then sculpture your body, what you look like. You know what I'm saying? Use your imagination. We need to start getting to using our imagination because this will take care of your physical needs. You can manifest the core from right here. You can manifest the core from just doing this right here. You know what I'm saying? I am driving in a very beautiful car using the power that I am to instantly, simultaneously manifest everything. You know what I'm saying? Period. So that the root chakra is dealing with grounding, stability, physical needs, security, survival, manifestation in the material world. All right. So whatever it is that makes you vibrate the hardest, if meditation is making you vibrate the hardest, meditate from right here. If you're into sacred geometry, incorporate some sacred geometry. You know what I'm saying? Incorporate some sacred geometry and some 5 movements in, you know what I'm saying? You tapping into that chakra energy. You know what I'm saying? You tapping into that chakra energy by bringing it right here. This right here will give you the vortex of energy that you need. You know what I'm saying? So you might be into, sacred geometry, and you know the importance of sacred geometry. So you might incorporate that in this right here to manifest. All right, and that's that. I'm not gonna keep on expounding on it. You already got that. All right, sacral chakra. You know what I'm saying? Your emotions, your relationships. You know what I'm saying? Security, self-worth, creativity, and empathy. All right, your ability to create, your self-confidence or self-worth comes from the sacral chakra. Strengthening your emotions, tuning up your emotions, you know what I'm saying? Relationships, dealing with creating healthy relationships or maintaining the healthy relationship that you're already using. Sexuality, all of that is dealing with the sacral chakra, all right? And so the sacral chakra, you know what I'm saying, is the sacral chakra, you know what I'm saying, is right here. The sacral chakra is right here. So basically, when you're dealing with creativity, you're gonna start creating right here. You're gonna bring it about right here. That's your sacral chakra. That's dealing with creating. You ready to create, you need to come and do your sacred geometry from right here to create, right here to create, and right here to manifest, right here to create, and right here to manifest. You know what I'm saying? Right here to create, and right here to manifest. So manifestation is dealing with the root chakra. Creation is dealing with right here. You know what I'm saying? Then you got your solar plexus energy that's dealing with right here. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you want to strengthen up, get your emotions in order, relationships, sexuality, self-worth, creativity, empathy is right here. That's why our empathy is important, because empathy will allow you to tap into other people's abilities, and empathy will allow you to also be more psychic. So empathy, like if you're a medium and you're doing psychic work, you're dealing with like past life regression healing meditations, or tapping into Akashic records, or you know what I'm saying, psychic mind reading, astrological reading, anything dealing with the ability of empathy. This is where you want to bring it. You want to put your hands together like this, right? Dealing with, you know what I'm saying, around your chakra energy, and you might want to do some sacred geometry, you know what I'm saying, just to get that vibrating the way it's supposed to be vibrating, and then you're going to start going into whatever techniques that you do. But this right here will allow you to tap into that energy, because this is dealing with empathy right here, the sacral chakra. All right. So if you're into dancing, incorporate that in your dance moves. You know what I'm saying? Incorporate that in your dance moves. You know what I'm saying? However you creatively incorporate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Incorporate that in your dance moves. Incorporate this in your martial arts. Incorporate this in your martial arts. You know what I'm saying? Incorporate that in your martial arts. So that's that. The solar plexus energy is dealing with your personal power, your willpower, your energy, your metabolism, your effectiveness, your self-esteem, your social identity, and your happiness. All right? That's what your solar plexus energy is. Your solar plexus is right here, your third chakra. You know what I'm saying? Right above your navel. Your navel. That's your solar plexus energy right there. This is dealing with your willpower. This is dealing with, you know what I'm saying? This is dealing with your willpower. This is dealing with your self-power. This is dealing with your power. You know what I'm saying? That's why in some movies you will see that they got like a big ass, you know what I'm saying? Like if you seen that movie Thor, and it was talking about in that movie Thor, it was those the evil people, those from the ice. They had that big ass, you know what I'm saying, thing of energy. It was like a big ass block of energy, and he was holding it like this, and you could see like the blue energy going all over the place. Well, that was a representation of the solar plex energy, and that's right here, that solar plexus energy. You notice in all of the movies when they hold those big ass blocks of energy, they're always holding it around the solar plexus. The solar plexus energy is right here. And that's what you want to do. You want to center your hands like this. So when you see people, you know what I'm saying, in church, and they be holding their hands like this, or they be holding their hands like this, you know what I'm saying, they're holding their hands around their solar plexus energy, dealing with, you know what I'm saying, dealing with willpower, dealing with personal power, dealing with effectiveness, dealing with self-esteem, dealing with social identity, dealing with happiness, dealing with metabolism. All right, in church, right, the preacher will be preaching, but the deacons will be right there, and they'll be holding their hands like this or holding their hands like that. This is all dealing with, you know what I'm saying, them working for the pastor to manifest and to will into existence what the pastor was creating through his words. You see what I'm saying? This is all metaphysical. So the pastor is creating with his words, right? And the deacons are right there standing like this to will into existence or to manifest that which the pastor had preached on. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why they stand like this in church and shit. That's why they stand like this in church, or they do something like this, because that's tapping into the solar plexus energy, and they want to will into existence which was spoken. You see what I'm saying? So solar plexus energy. You want to strengthen up your will, you know what I'm saying? You want to get that, you want to draw energy from this. That's why, right, you'll find a lot of people who really need strength, right? They'll always go like this, like, you know, they'll go like this, and then they'll get strength. They'll go like this, or they'll get strength. You know what I'm saying? They'll go like this, and then they'll get strength. But it give them their willpower to do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, if you want to strengthen somebody's will, touch them right here. Just touch them like that, a little firmly. You know what I'm saying? And you will strengthen their will up. That energy from you will go to them, and then it strengthen their will up. Touch them by their solar plexus energy. You know what I'm saying? That's dealing with your effectiveness. You need to tune that area up. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to be effective in something, like, say, for instance, you could be in a business meeting, and you want to get the upper hand of that business meeting. You really want to be effective. Just go like this. Just put your hands like this, you know what I'm saying? And it will increase your effectiveness. And it will increase, you know what I'm saying, your ability to close the deal in your favor. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have to know what you're doing, but you know what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? This will increase your effectiveness. Just put your hands like this by your solar plexus, you know what I'm saying, chakra, and it will increase your effectiveness, because all of these chakras represent, you know what I'm saying, worlds. Whole civilizations, real worlds with warriors and people that, you know what I'm saying, that's ready to come and fight for you and fend for you. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you need to know. So just right there, right? All right, that's enough for that. Then you got the heart chakra, which is dealing with love, which is dealing with understanding, which is dealing with trust, which is dealing with hope, which is dealing with openness, which is dealing with compassion, which is dealing with balance, which is dealing with forgiveness, right? You know what I'm saying? The heart chakra, which is the fourth chakra or whatever. And that's right here. That's right here. So, right, when you're conversating with somebody and, you know what I'm saying, and you seek to understand them more, then you might want to create that vortex of, you might want to go like this, to tap into the vortex of your heart chakra, right? So that you can find out if these people are trustworthy, because it's dealing with trust. So you want to use good discernment. So you might want to go like this. You might go like this and put your hands like this around your heart chakra, just so that you can discern, you know what I'm saying, if that person is trustworthy or not. Because whatever comes out of a person's mouth is an abundance of what's stored up in their heart. So you'll be able to, they'll tell on themselves. People will tell on themselves. They reveal, you know what I'm saying, the truth if you just let them talk long enough. So you might just want to hold your hand like this. You know what I'm saying? If you're having problems, discerning, if you could trust somebody, bring your hands right here around your heart chakra and trust your heart. Trust your heart is going to tell you the truth. All right. And dealing with love. You know what I'm saying? You might want to, if you have somebody that you love and you want to send them some energy, you know what I'm saying? You might want to send them the energy from right here. You might want to tap into this energy and send them the energy from right here. You know what I'm saying? Also, right? If, you know what I'm saying, dealing with compassion, right, or balance, you know what I'm saying, or forgiveness or hope, you know what I'm saying, you might have hope for something. You might have hope that you might win the lotto, or you might hope that somebody might win the lotto. So you're going to use your heart chakra, because you're a heart, you have a strong heart, so you're going to work with your team. You know what I'm saying? You're working with your team. So you're the person that's going to help them, you know what I'm saying, win the lotto, tapping into your heart chakra energy. While the other person might be using their root chakra energy to manifest, and somebody else is like this, using their their sacral chakra, you know what I'm saying, using it, tapping into their willpower. And you right here at the heart, hoping that it's going to happen. So it's all kind of shit that you need to know this. So then you got the throat chakra, is dealing with your communication, your sound, your vibrations, your self-expression, you know what I'm saying, listening, speaking, writing, you know what I'm saying, creativity, all of that shit is dealing with the throat chakra, and that's right here. That's right here. That's that vortex of energy that's right here. You know what I'm saying? That's that vortex of energy that's right here around the throat. That's why when you see a lot of singers, when a lot of singers get ready to do their thing, you know what I'm saying, they always go like this. Because they want to tap into that energy, you know what I'm saying, that's around their throat. They tapping into that energy. They subconsciously do this, you know what I'm saying, but they don't actually know what they're doing. They're getting ready to perform, and they need that energy, that extra energy, you know what I'm saying? And so it's real. So if you're dealing with something and you want to open up your throat, if you want your throat chakra to be more amplified, your words to be more amplified, then you might want to go something like this, or something, you might want to incorporate something like this where, you know what I'm saying, your words will become more amplified. Dealing with, you know what I'm saying, that heart chakra. This is why you have to understand the esoteric secrets behind, you know what I'm saying, what Jay-Z and them is doing with that Rockefeller shit. Where's they putting it at? They're putting it right here, dealing with the throat chakra, the ability of expression. Are you seeing what I'm telling you? Can you see this? What I'm telling you? This is what they're doing when they throwing up the rock. They're tapping into their expression, the power of their expression, their heart, their throat chakra. That, you know what I'm saying? This is what Jay-Z is doing with Rockefeller Records. You know what I'm saying? With that rock, when he go like this with the rock, he's using this, you know what I'm saying, as to tap into that throat chakra. That's what that's all about. You see what I'm saying? That's what that's all about. That's what that's all about. So I believe that everybody has a right to see. And that's why I'm doing these videos, so that you can see. You know what I mean? So that's dealing with communication, sound, vibration, self-expression, listening, speaking, writing. And it's a wonder why Jay-Z is the president of Def Jams. The wonder why he owns Rockefeller Records. The wonder why he's a multi-millionaire, you know what I'm saying, off of music. Because he got everybody doing this. Got everybody doing this, dealing with the throat chakra. You know what I'm saying? Also, right, third eye activation, right? This is dealing with your physical ability, your channeling. This is dealing with your telepathy ability, astral traveling, visions, connections to your higher self, such and such, right? So that third eye is the pineal gland. It sits right here. You know what I'm saying? That third eye. And when you sun gaze, right, you might want to sun gaze like this. You might want to go like this, you know what I'm saying, around your third eye, and sun gaze like that. Sun gaze like that. Or if you in a conversation, you might want to just, you know, create a sun like this, right? Do something real subconsciously, and then bring it around around your third eye, and then bring it down. They don't know what you're doing. You just subconsciously, like you just, you know, and then you tapping into your ability. You tapping into your ability. You know what I'm saying? You tapping into your ability. You see what I'm saying? And you tapping into your ability to psychically channeling, telepathy, psychic abilities, visions, connection to the higher self, all of that. So you might want to read somebody's mind, and you just go like this, like it's just regular or whatever. Then you read their mind. You just read their mind and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just reading their minds. You just reading their minds. Bring it from right here to your third eye, and then bring it right here to your temple. Come like this to your third eye, and then bring it right here to your temple, and then read their minds. You see what I'm saying? So you need to know this information. For lack of knowledge, God's people are perishing. All right? So knowing is half of the battle. All right? Then you got the crown chakra, which is right here. And this is, you know what I'm saying, your universal consciousness. You know what I'm saying? All-knowing cosmic connection, the God source, enlightenment, the gateway to other dimensions. Once you activate that crown chakra, that seventh chakra, right? But there's more chakras than that. And I teach all 9 chakras, but there's thousands of chakras. A chakra is just a vortex of energy that's centered around a gland. But you have thousands of glands in the human body, so you have thousands of chakras in the human body. All right? Initially, you know what I'm saying, that our ancient ancestors taught 9 chakras. Now they're teaching 7 chakras, right? But nonetheless, what is it to know about the chakras if you don't know how to consciously, you know what I'm saying, use the chakras to work for you? Don't tell me about no fucking chakra if it ain't gonna work for me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm giving you, you know what I'm saying, a piece of the puzzle to help you see clearly how you can incorporate what I just told you, you know what I'm saying, this intel that I just gave you in your routines, you know what I'm saying, so that you can manifest things even easier. So real quick, if you're dancing, right, and you know that the root chakra is dealing with your ability to manifest, bring, you know what I'm saying, bring that vortex of energy right here, and then start creating. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And bring it back. You know what I'm saying? And bring it back. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You need to learn how to use these energies against you. Also, right? You don't need no fucking gun, because I told you these unctions is the weapons now, and your ability to use your energy. So you can use, you know what I'm saying? You can use your root chakra as your biggest security. You can use your root chakra as your biggest security, because it's dealing with survival, personal needs, security, stability, grounding. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Manifestation. You can manifest, you know what I'm saying, elephant using your imagination from right here. You can bring it from your world that you govern when you sleep into this world. You know what I'm saying? Put elephants around me right now. I put, you know what I'm saying? I put lions around. I put dragons, 50,000 dragons around me right now. You know what I'm saying? And release it. Then you just walking boldly because you got 50,000 dragons ready to bite and burn at your beck and call. Because you brought them in here, you know what I'm saying, to this world from the worlds that you govern when you go to sleep. You're the god of those worlds when you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? The subconscious mind is a billion times more, even way stronger than a billion times more than your conscious mind. When you go to sleep, you're God in those dimensions dealing with your chakras. You're God in each one of those chakra dimensions. You know what I'm saying? Period. And when you awake, you have to consciously know how to tap back into that. And this is how you tap back into it. You know what I'm saying? You don't need no fucking gun. Just know how to use your energy. Come like this, dealing with your root chakra, you know what I'm saying? And shoot a gun at their ass. Fuck it. Shoot some energy at their ass. Knock their ass off the feet using your energy. Your ability to use that. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna start dancing. I'm finna find somebody in my soul group who knows how to dance, like choreographer. You know what I'm saying? Like dance moves and shit. And I'm a choreographer all kind of dance steps to manifest things using the chakra systems. And that's an idea for you too. Incorporate, you know what I'm saying, tapping into your energy from, you know what I'm saying, from dancing. Also, if you're into like public speaking, learn how to use your energy, you know what I'm saying, when you're publicly speaking to, you know, communicate, to become more effective. Learn how you can use that energy to become more effective. You know what I'm saying? Learn how you can do that. And so that's my quick little video. I'm gonna end this video now, but I want to give you another thought. Now you know how to use these chakras and whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You might use the chakra like this in martial arts, right? You might come like this in your kata, bring it like this. You know what I'm saying? Bring it like this, bring it like this, and bring it like this. So you might come right here from the chakra. You know what I'm saying? You might come from the chakra from right here dealing with, you know what I'm saying, survival, protection and shit. You might really bring in some dragons from right there. So this is things that you need to keep in mind. All right. And the last thing, I don't know if you really watch my videos on sun gazing, you know what I'm saying, but there's a very important video that I just did, and it's called I Discovered the Portal Out of the Third Density Earth and into the Higher Heavens and Other Density Earths. Watch this video and learn what has been kept from you for eons of years. It's called I Discovered the Portal Out of the Third Density Earth and into the Higher Heavens. You know what I'm saying? So that portal, right, is the sun. A lot of people have been asking me, how do you actually travel? You know, because some of these people say that they astral travel, they lucid dream, and they don't do none of that shit. And some of these people say they channel, but they be lying. They don't really be channeling. And some of these people say that they actually they envisioned the fourth density earth, fifth density earth, sixth density earth for the heavens, but they ain't never fucking look. I physically been there, and I'm gonna tell you how I physically been there, and how you can physically be there, and how this is how you're getting out of here. You're not getting out of here no other way. The only way is through the sun. That is the only way out of this earth right here. You gotta rise with the sun, or you gotta set with the sun. That is that scripture. It's a passage. It's an esoteric secret. That's a passage in the Bible, and it tells you, right? The passage in the Bible, it tells you specifically. You know what I'm saying? I am the Son, and no one can come to the Father but by me. So you have to know that is the only way. He says he is the only way, the only truth, and the only light. And no one can come to the Father but by him. He is the only way. There is no other way. He is the only truth. There is no other truth. And he is the only light. There is no other light. And no one can come to the Father but by him. The only way out of this world is through the sun, period. So the way you do it, right, is that you gotta raise your vibrations up. You gotta tap into that indigo energy. That indigo energy. Go to Google Images and type in the color indigo, and you will see all kind of different colors of indigo. But the indigo color is like the color. If you can read my frequency, I'm vibrating on that indigo color right now. You will see like a blackish, purplish, reddish. You know what I'm saying? Like a blackish, purplish, maroonish aura around me. That's that indigo color. The indigo color. Well, that's the UV ray that comes off the sun. That is the first UV ray, and that is the last UV ray. You know what I'm saying? The first color in the spectrum is red, and black, and the last color is black. You know what I'm saying? You can put all of the colors, you know what I'm saying, of all of the colors together, and you're going to get the color black again. All right? That is the indigo color that you need to be vibrating on when you want to portal out of here physically. And the way you portal out of here physically into the higher heavens and the higher earths, right, physically, is through the sun. It is through the sun. It is as the sun is rising or as the sun is setting. And the way you do it is you got to raise your vibrations up. You got to raise your vibrations up heck of much to where you're vibrating seriously on that frequency, that indigo frequency. You got to have that color, that aura around you, right? So that as the sun rises, it's like vapors. You got to be that vapor, that energy color. You know what I'm saying? And as the sun rises, you're rising with the sun. It's like you're going to disappear like a vapor. Physically, you're going to be in a whole nother world. You're going to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see it. It's like mystical. You're going to see it, and you're going to be in a whole different world. And on that world, you're going to see things that you've never seen before. You're going to see people flying, teleporting, shape-shifting. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in other dimensions and you're going to be all, and I'm telling you, that's how it happens. You're going to be, they have a world where it's nothing but like gold all over the place. Rubies, crystals, emeralds, and all kind of shit. And that's right here, but we can't see it. But if you raise your vibrations up real much to where you vibrating on that frequency, that indigo frequency, and the sun sees that, you know what I'm saying? And you match the ray of that sun, that indigo ray off of the sun as the sun is rising, you know what I'm saying? Then you also rise with the sun. And as a vapor, you disappear like a vapor, and you become, and you're now into that civilization. You're now into that world. You know what I'm saying? These worlds that I speak of, these different earths, these different heavens. You know what I'm saying? So I want to let you know that. And as the sun is setting, that is also how you portal out. As the sun is rising and as the sun is setting. As the sun is setting, the first hour as the sun rises and the last hour as the sun is setting, that's when you want to catch the sun. It's more to it than just getting information from the sun. You know what I'm saying? It's more to it than just getting healing from the sun. It's more to it than just getting energy from the sun. This is how we portal out. The sun is our only way, our only truth, and our only light. It is the only way out of here into the cosmos, period. So I want to let you know that. So if you raise your vibrations up high enough to match that frequency of indigo, you tap into that energy, you know what I'm saying? Then as the sun is setting, you will also set with the sun, and you will be in that realm. You will be in one of the heavens, whatever heaven that you want. Plus, you know what I'm saying? The reason why they say protect your heart and guard your heart is because you don't want anything to enter into your world. Your heart is a civilization. You know what I'm saying? Your heart is a world, and you're the God of that world. So you have to protect your heart and guard your heart, what you let in your heart. Because you don't want nothing inside of your heart that's going to corrupt it. You know what I'm saying? That's going to corrupt your world. The heart is more powerful than the brain. And we're going to get back into that heart science. You know what I'm saying? It's turning around to where now people are going to start thinking more with their heart. Their conscious